Look, guys, over the last 2-3 months, I have had a chance to see a lot of salespeople that are new to the company or are new to the game in Web3 sales at all. And the main problem and the main mistake I see them doing, despite all those like small and minute different things that have an impact on the way that you sell and on the result, one thing stood out to me, and I think it's a major problem. And the problem is called assumption. So a lot of junior people or a lot of people in a new company or just in general, there is a human tendency. People are used to do like this. You go on a meeting with somebody and then you assume that they have a problem that you solve. You assume that the thing that you want to sell to them, or the thing that, let's say you sell, I don't know, infrastructure for ZK protocols. And then you go and you speak with the developer and you're like, oh, and I know that this is a problem and that is a problem. And like the guy just like starting with a blank face. The problem is that you never really asked him about what he cares about. People are not willingly open, will not just willingly open their hearts to you, but at the same time, if you go and you assume that they care about things that you sell, that it's something of value to them, you're making a very big mistake. So the way that you're asking questions, the way that you are pitching, everything that you do is wrong now, because you're assuming that the thing that this is important to them. The root of this is you need the sale, because when you're junior or in the company or in the role, or doesn't matter if you're still doing this, if you're doing a lot of assumptions, this means that you're avoiding to ask the prospect a question like, hey, Mr. Prospect, is this actually a problem? And if they tell you, yes, this is a problem, like you need to ask them, how big is the problem? Like, have you ever tried to solve the problem? Like, do you want to solve the problem? How much does it cost you to solve and not solve the problem? Like, you are not asking, you're avoiding asking all these questions because you're afraid that they're gonna tell you, this is a problem, but we don't really care about it. Like, we have a guy and he's solving it, he's fixing it right now, and it just works just fine. Like, until it's broken, we don't want to touch it. What are you gonna do then? You don't have a prospect, you don't have a sale, you don't have anything. If you avoid that and you assume that this is a problem for them, you at least have an illusion that you're an effective salesperson. Oh my God, you're pitching, you're asking those questions, blah, blah, blah. The thing is that you're taking the guy and the prospect in totally different direction. It doesn't really bother you. This is the problem that I've been doing a lot. Now I'm avoiding it. Now I'm teaching others how to avoid it. The moment when you start qualifying to get a deal, instead of disqualifying, this is the moment when you probably make it super hard for yourself. You should be, because the moment when you start asking yourself like, why this guy should buy, is the moment when all the problems begin. Because you are not looking for clues that they're telling you or they're showing you where maybe this not be a good solution. It's not just that, like, you are deaf. You probably have seen or have heard other people say that you have one mouth and two ears, so you should be listening twice as much as you're talking. This is the thing that everybody neglects, that if you are needy to get a sale, you will be deaf to things that they will tell you, because you do not want to be proven wrong and you want to feel that you're doing something right, that you are actually in control of the sale, that you know what you're doing. And what usually happens after you do a sales process like this, when you assume things for the prospect, you never ask them good questions, you never actually qualify them, you never can deliver the true value of your software or of your thing to the prospect. And they just have to tell you, all right, yeah, we'll get back to you. So, and this is the experience for a lot of customers when they talk with a salesperson that never listens to them, that just assumes, and because they need the sale and they never want to ask the hard question because they're afraid to face the truth. This makes you salesy in a bad way, and this is the reason why you don't close. This is the reason why they think, oh, another one, and like they tell you, yeah, we'll get back to you, and then that's it. They don't want to get back to you because you never actually listen to them. You actually never ask them any good questions. The only thing that you did, you only compensated your ego to feel that you're a good sales guy. And because what a good sales guy does, he talks, he's magnificent, he's charismatic, like people lean in forward to listen to him. Like, you do all of this to the person that is sitting next to you, and they understand that they are not, you're not there to ask them questions or actually fix any kind of problems. You're just there to be happy about yourself, about how good of a sales guy you are, about uncovering that painful problem that customer doesn't even have. And maybe I'm rambling too much, but this is a really important problem when people go in a sale or in a call and they assume that this is the thing that other party cares about or is important to the other party, and then they make the whole case around it, and they're very surprised. Why didn't he buy? Because it was so obvious he has this problem. It cost him so much. Well, it never was a problem in the first place. So if you're doing things like this, now we have a lot of material to think on and act on. You can always subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, to get more value. And the last thing that I want to tell you about is right now is the moment when everything is super uncertain. Markets are uncertain. Everything is uncertain. Wars are starting over there and over there. The thing that you need to know is you don't control those things that are happening in the world with your prospects, with your customers, with your family, whatever. But you do control how you react to them and what kind of actions you do. And the better you understand yourself, the more truthful you are with yourself, is going to help you eliminate problems like this, because this is not a sales problem. This is a psychological problem in the first place. And then only then it becomes a sales problem. So you need to understand that behind every sales problem that you have, there is something in your psychology, in your thinking, that is preventing you from doing it. Something like the mechanism that just prevents you from finding out that it exists. And if you truly want to be good and successful, and that's why I think that sales is one of the best jobs in the world, because we are paid to deal with our own imperfectiousness. I don't know if that's even the word. Like, we are paid to work with our own things, with our own problems, that once resolved will allow us to do better for the company, better for ourselves, better for everybody that surrounds us. And this is why it's important. That's why sales is not just about money printing left and right and just being a cool guy and saying something that gets everybody bought in. It's not about that. It's about being truthful with yourself, being truthful with other people, being able to communicate clearly what do you want and what you don't want, and taking the full responsibility for your wants and for your actions. That's why sales is one of the highest paying job in the world, because not everybody can do it. And if you're watching this channel until this point, I guarantee you are the person that can do it. So just go watch this video again. Really, if you don't understand what I tried to deliver in this concept, this is a very simple but important thing about why people do assumptions and how it is impacted by their psychology. I wish you to solve the problem if you see it in yourself, and then also find other problems that prevent you from being a more effective human being, salesperson, and just personality. So good luck on that. Good luck on your path. I'm happy that I can lead you in a certain way. If you need anything, just drop me a message, and I'll see if I can help. Thank you.